What's up, Group Coach Nation? So yeah, let's talk about this change that I made to actually start selling. So selling for me wasn't always something that came naturally. In fact, it still doesn't. I wish it did. I don't have one of those personalities that's really good at selling. I think if I could pinpoint that, I'm probably too emotionally connected to my clients and prospects, like real feelings. I'm not saying people who sell really well aren't connected emotionally. I'm saying that like my emotional connection frequently gets in the way because I feel what they're saying and I actually want to jump in and help. And that's a really good thing. That's the quality you want to have in a coach or consultant. So if you're that way, yay, you don't shy away from that. I'm just saying like that right there can often become your worst enemy when it comes to selling. So here's the change I had to make when I started selling, like when I was actually like finally getting to where, oh my gosh, high ticket selling in this information sales space started working, because you're really not selling a list of features. You're not selling 12 weeks. You're not selling how many templates or tutorials or an ebook. You're actually selling something way deeper than that. So for me, I was like several years into e-courses and ebooks and even trying to sell like one-on-one coaching consulting. And the one-on-one stuff was going easier, right? Because a one-on-one coaching and consulting gig, even a done for you gig, often gets pretty practical pretty fast. Like the client leans in and they say, okay, here's the actual thing I want fixed. And you can start talking solutions. Hey, what's up? So great to see everybody. You can start talking solutions. As always, ask questions if you have them as we're going, guys. But what happened for me is once I really got going on selling and trying to sell the information side of this, meaning masterminds, courses, ebooks, things like that, I got talking about the solutions really quickly. And that got in my way. I wanted to have like this ongoing thing where people were buying from me because I knew what I was doing in my expertise. But what was happening is they were leaning in and getting a lot of amazing value and saying, oh my gosh, Chris, this is amazing. But they weren't actually buying, which means they weren't actually changing their lives. Someone who listens to you but doesn't buy from you actually rarely makes a life change. It's unfortunate but true. There's so much information in the world. It's really easy to find information, but people have a hard time actually taking the real action that makes them change. So my information was getting out, but I wasn't actually helping people change their life. And that created an enormous amount of doubt in me. Like for a long time, I just felt like such a failure because I knew what I was doing was right and I could change people's lives when I was working one-on-one or done with you type services, but I could not get them into a more scalable model like an e-course or a mastermind or something that would scale because I was going straight after solutions. I was giving away the farm in a way, and I wasn't really helping them make a decision to step up and take ownership and take action. And that's a huge difference. So when I hit this wall, it was just like this full on like, oh my gosh, something has to change. So what I did is I hired a sales coach. And we've coached so many people in the sales process. That's what we do in our masterminds as well. We get leads, teach you how to sell and fill masterminds, right? You'd think I would know how to do that, but you can't do it yourself for some reason. So this person had me and them go and listen to sales calls I was on, things like that. And I realized, oh my gosh, like I am completely selling what I'm good at and not selling what the person says they want or need. Like I was completely selling. Let me say that again. I was selling what our program did. I was not selling what this person wanted to accomplish or what they were feeling or what they were struggling with. And and the thing that we all have to learn to sell, and I had to go back and listen to recording after recording after recording of myself trying to help someone on a sales call, a Zoom call, whatever. And I had to realize, oh my gosh, what I've been doing is selling features, benefits, how many weeks long, how many tutorials, how many videos, all the things we're going to help them do. But what they were actually asking for was a clear path from leaving where they are now, which in a lot of cases is don't have enough leads, don't have enough sales opportunity, can't close the people I'm talking to. I have an offer that's way too low. I feel like a failure. I feel like an imposter every day. I'm struggling to just make ends meet. I've got overwhelm, fatigue. Like, I don't know what to do. And there's so much out there and I've tried everything. Please help. Okay. That's what people are saying. That's what people still say, probably for you too when you're talking to people. You might feel that way right now. But the thing we have to avoid is jumping in there and saying, okay, here's step 1, 2, 3, go do this. Here's step 1, 2, 3. I'd like to sell that to you and show you how. Because when we do that, we short circuit something in this crazy human brain that we all share. We get in there and we don't allow the person to achieve that moment of realization on their own. And we step in and do it for them. It's a lot like, this is a tough example, but I got 5 kids, right? And a lot of times as a parent, it's so hard to let my kids like fail a test at school or forget their lunch and not take them their lunch later that day. They're going to be fine, right? It's a lot harder to do that than just go solve the problem right away. But it's those little things that my kids have to overcome that make them like more responsible the next day to not forget their lunch again, right? Or to study and prepare and get a little more ahead of the test instead of trying to zip in and save it last minute. It's okay. Nothing bad's going to happen long term to those kids. And same with our prospects. It's okay. You're actually short circuiting, and I was short circuiting their learning process, their transformation by jumping in the sales call and saying, oh, I see what the problem is. Here's the solution. And I wasn't making the mistake of here's the solution. And let me go ahead and give you the full on business plan of what to do. No, none of those are that silly. I was just simply jumping in and not paying attention to where this client or prospect was. Not saying, I feel the overwhelm. Like, I've been there. How can I help you overcome that? Or, wow, you're not alone in feeling that you're like a total imposter, and that what if people don't want your information? Or what if you sell one person in a mastermind and only one? And now you look like an idiot for trying to get out there and broadcast that you're going to sell a mastermind. But it turns out now you have a one-on-one client, which is okay, but not what you were trying to do, right? Whatever it is that's making you fearful and frustrated and like tangled up right now and not being able to take the action or not even knowing which action to take, that's what you need to lean in on right now. And you need to make real decisions around what you're going to do about the next. Are you going to reach out and call someone like me or leave us a message and ask, how can I get help? Or, I mean, I'm laying this on you because I want you to realize how it feels to be you. Because in a second, I want you to take that and think about, oh, this is what my clients experience as well, right? It's the same thing. We're all humans. We all do this really, really similar. Where are you right now? If you're feeling fearful, frustrated, like you're faking it constantly, like you're overwhelmed, like you don't know really how to get leads next week for sure, or you're really not for sure how to sell a certain percentage of your clients, it's just kind of hit or miss, or you're not really like, dang it, I don't know if my offer even resonates with people who want to buy this. Are there people who want to buy this? Like, if you don't know that, I get that feeling. I've been there too. Here's the thing, your clients feel the same way, but you have an expertise. You have a way to help your clients. It might not be with the list of things I just mentioned to you. That's you. But think about where your clients are. Listen to where they are and offer them an opportunity to work with you to change those things. Not an opportunity for you to show them how great you are in a sales call. That's different. An opportunity to work with you to change where they are now and get to where they want to be. That's actually what you're offering them, and that's what they will buy. All the nuts and bolts and little nuances of what you have to do. In fact, if you want to work with us to fix leads and sales and the feeling of failure and like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can actually do this, and the overwhelm is so impossible, and there's so much weight on my shoulders, and how do I just accomplish these things right now? Even if you're already successful, how do I like fit this thing in that I know is going to change my business trajectory for long term? Having a high ticket mastermind or a major coaching brand that's scalable. All those things are great, but I can't show you right now, and neither can you show your clients right now exactly what to do in every step of the way. What you can show your clients is that working with you will get them where they want to go and away from where they are now. That's really all you have time to do in a sales call. And that's really what the commitment they have to make really is all about. Not, can I commit to every little thing you'll show me? Because there's nuances and you'll have to create and craft those specifically at times. But can they trust you? Can they trust you to get them out of that pain and that frustration and that fear into something sustainable and successful and long-term that will change their life and change the lives of their clients? That's what you're actually offering. Once I figured that out, I kept going back and forth, back and forth. I would dive in deep and I would get in way too far and not do the right thing for my clients in a sales call. I would try to fix, and try to just offer my product or service. But I would keep coming back and forth, learning and struggling to just listening to where they are and helping them understand where they are right now and helping them make a decision. Am I the right person or not to help guide them? That's really what it amounts to. Once I did that and stayed focused on that, things started changing for me. The sales started coming in very predictably. The leads started coming in more predictably. Not because I was doing better marketing like on the right channel, but simply because I was now connecting their real need, their real desire with the marketing and the sales process instead of I hate to call it this way, but subliminally, it's kind of this way, like we kind of don't even realize it, but my bullying pattern of making sure they understood who I am and how great my product or service was, which has nothing to do with them or marketing or the sales process. It's all about the client. It's all about where they are and can they make one choice, and that is to trust you. You're in charge of the other 100 things that have to happen over the next 6 months or a year or 3 months, whatever it is. They have to learn to trust you. That's the key here. Once I figured that out and intentionally shifted my sales process to not being about me and my list of things that we do and templates and videos or how many weeks we work together or what my groups are like or whatever. Once I did that and focused on them and where they are now, and then making the one choice that's necessary for this relationship to work, for them to trust me. Can I get you where you want to go, from where you are now to where you want to go? If you trust that, lean in. Same with you and your clients. Help them understand you. Help them trust you. Not in a fake way, but an absolute real way. That's when real success starts to happen. Charlene, what's up? Oh, your masterminds are fantastic. Charlene, it's so good to see you. So glad you're here. Charlene and Noelle, y'all been just such wonderful people in our masterminds over the years. And oh my gosh, so excited about your TV show and so excited about the way you're doing launches and the way you're helping clients scale and build lists and launch their products online. Like, you guys are the Challenge Queens, folks. If you haven't looked them up, they're freaking genius. Charlene Helm and Noelle, they're just amazing at this. Okay. Any questions, as always, reach down below, type as a question, drop as a message. If I can help with this stuff and help you crack the code on this, wherever you're finding this content, if it's the podcast, if it's online video, if it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are, send us a quick message. Like, tell us where you are now and what you're trying to accomplish. And if we can point you in the right direction, we absolutely will. If we can connect you to someone else in our community who knows what you're trying to accomplish, like, oh, you need to talk to so-and-so, they got this figured out, we'll do that too. That's why we're here. That's why we call this Group Coach Nation. It's not Group Coach Chris. It's Group Coach Nation. All right, you guys, y'all have an awesome one. Can't wait to talk again soon. And as always, groupcoachnation.com has tons more stuff for you. We're here to help. All right. But there you go. That is the big change that actually made a shift for me when I started learning how to sell the right way in a sustainable way that makes a real difference in people's lives. Do the work and get the results.